Welcome back to Caffeine Confessionals. My name is Alan Aguirre, and today is a big day for MTV Challenge fans as it is departure day for the Challenge All-Stars Season 4, meaning we have an entire new cast to break down, and I'm so excited for it. Challenge All-Stars has been an absolute sensation. We've gotten to see so many faces we never thought would be back on the challenge in front of our TV screens again. We've seen the growth of so many competitors and characters, and then we've seen certain people just be the exact same person they have been for 20 to 25 years. It's been a great time. We have a whole cast. Let's get into it. And before we do, got to give a shout out to Pink Rose and the spoiler team at Venmo.com for collecting all this information for us. Without them, this video wouldn't exist, and we would just be working in the dark for the next 8 to 10 months. Let's jump into the cast, Challenge All-Stars Season 4. Remember, to stay updated with spoilers, go to Venmo.com, VEVMO.com. Let's jump right into it. TJ Lavin is hosting this season, which makes sense because that's what TJ Lavin does. He hosts the challenge. The season's going to be set in South Africa. It's going to be filming for 6 weeks. And considering the number of people on this cast, I have a suspicion going that this is an Inferno season, as there's 20 people on the list, 10 versus 10, and Inferno 3 was set in South Africa. It makes perfect sense to me and would be a new way to format the Challenge All-Star seasons. We've been really needing a big team season, so it'd be fun to see. Right into the cast, our first male is Ace Amerson from The Real World Paris. He was on Challenge All-Star Season 1, lost that pole wrestle to Laterrian where he got absolutely walloped. Ace is a nice guy. He's really funny. He's very charismatic. People really enjoy him on TV. The problem is he's not very good at the challenge and usually gets eliminated quite early. He was on the Inferno 3, though, so he would be a perfect good guy. Next up, we got Adam Larson from Road Rules The Quest. He is a one-time challenge champion. When was the last time we saw Adam? It was probably Road Rules Viewers Revenge. This guy was a very solid competitor back in his day. There's always been some rumors about his personality when it comes to dating and stuff like that. I don't really know where he stands, but Adam was always a very solid reality TV character, down to hook up, solid competitor. He's the perfect guy you want on an All-Stars type season. Next up, we got Bionic Brad Fiorenza from The Real World San Diego. We saw Brad dominate Challenge All-Stars 3 in the daily challenges. I'm so happy to see Brad back because he came so close to winning last season, and he really did put up a performance that was deserving of a championship. Brad is always fun to have. Of all the people who have done 3 seasons in a row, I'm glad he's back because he was so close to winning, and he was an alternate for the Global Challenge season that's coming up. Next up, we got Brandon Nelson from Fresh Meat 2. He's known as the guy that went to elimination after elimination after elimination on Cutthroat. I think he appeared on 5 seasons. He's won at least 3 eliminations. Another guy that people really like but is really underrated. Again, he's another guy who would be perfect on a good guys type team, along with Brad, along with Ace. Could be a solid team if it is a team season. We got another good guy right here. It's Derek Chavez from The Real World Cancun. Derek appeared on a few seasons and was very underrated when it came to the daily challenges. He had a famous daily challenge where it was a mini final where Zach and Frank on Team San Diego were just being mean to people, just like pushing their teammates around, yelling at them. And Derek, he had Jasmine on his team, and he just put her on his back and ran with her up a mountain. Derek is an absolute beast. He has the heart of a lion. And we saw him on Challenge All-Star Season 2, where unfortunately, like, there was stuff going on with his family, with his sister, and his heart wasn't fully there. And it really broke my heart because Derek is an absolute good guy with a real passion and love for doing these shows. Glad to see Derek on here. Oh, hell yeah. We got Kefla Hare from Road Rules Down Under. And in terms of like representation, he is one of the OG legends that people care about. He had a really good relationship with Ronnie back in the day. He's the perfect guy to put on a show like this because he's someone that people grew up with. He's one of the faces of like people's integral, like how they started watching reality TV and how they got into it. He matters to a lot of people. I'm excited to see Kefla on this show because he's the perfect OG you want on a Challenge All-Star season. Next up, we got Leroy Garrett from Real World Las Vegas. And I gotta say, he did retire from the challenge on Double Agents, but this is Challenge All-Stars. This is a completely different thing. Leroy, the last time we saw him on Double Agents, he really showed a lot of improvement when it came to swimming, when it came to puzzles, really focusing on playing a political game for himself. If we get that Double Agents version of Leroy on All-Stars 4, then I think he's a real threat to win because he's still in phenomenal shape. Next up, we have Ryan Kehoe from Challenge Fresh Meat 2 and Challenge All-Stars 2. Ryan is not a great physical competitor. He is not great when it comes to puzzles either, but what he is good at is playing the social game where he makes a lot of friends to go far in the game. Good for him. Next up, we got Tony Reigns from the Real World Skeletons. It's Tony time, baby. The guy has moved into full-time father mode. That's why we haven't seen him on the challenge in a few years, but he's back for All Stars. Tony was one of the messiest reality TV characters there's ever been. I mean, you look at that Bloodlines debut episode, he's cheating on his pregnant girlfriend in the bathroom. He's getting into a fight with his brother. He's being a mess all over the place and getting into a fight with 6 to 8 different people. Tony was, I mean, he was all over the place. And then we saw his growth where eventually on Vendettas, he was a top competitor, killing daily challenges, dominating the political game, and he was becoming a real force. He won Champs vs. Stars Season 3. We saw him lose that last elimination on Final Reckoning. Tony is still in great shape. Hell, he's probably in better shape than he was the last time we saw him on the challenge. He's going to be a real force and threat to win this game as long as he's not messy Tony. Okay, going into the female cast and kicking us off, it's someone I am so excited to see. It is Avery Tressler from the Real World Portland. I've been campaigning for her to be back on the challenge for 6 years. Literally, I have a blog from 2017 was like, please at all costs bring Avery back on the challenge. And I love her because she's an organically messy reality TV character. She, in her confessionals, will express her doubts very openly. She will hook up with someone in a bathroom. She is just messy. She's messy in a good way, and she looks gorgeous while doing it. She's a good physical competitor. If you go back and watch Exes 2, whenever it came to swimming, running, etc., she was in great shape. She proved to be very adept. She's very scrappy too. She was willing to throw hands with Naya on Real World Portland, and then in their elimination on Exes 2, they went for over an hour, even though Naya had way more size on her. She is a good competitor. I think she's going to be really good on the show. She always had so much potential, and she has the desire to do this show where I think she wants to do well, and she's going to do well for that reason. Next up, we got Ayanna Mackins from Road Rules Semester at Sea. We saw Ayanna reappear on Challenge All-Stars 2 and just be a big, massive personality. She ate Jodi's Greek salad. She ate it with her hand. She looked it up. It was so good. Ayanna is like chaotic in so many ways, but she's also a really good competitor. She is a former collegiate athlete where we saw it shine in the eliminations, where even though she wasn't in the best shape, when it came to those puzzles, when it came to having to be fast and use brute strength, she had that natural athleticism in her. She has now lost 30 pounds since then, and you have to imagine, she made the final the first season. She was a good competitor the first season. Now that she's in better shape, she might be a whole wrecking ball force. She might be a threat to win. Ayanna, I mean, she's going to take screen time with her personality, and she has drama with a couple people on here. Oh my God, we're talking drama. We just keep getting messier and messier. We have Flora Alakasiun. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, from the Real World Miami. Flora is one of the most chaotic, like, reality TV characters ever. She's just kind of, she lives in her own bubble. She makes everything about herself, and she's just chaotic. She's messy. Oh my God, this girl is crazy. This is a crazy person, and she's gonna be on this season. I'm so happy to see her on. Oh my God, we're gonna get good reality TV. Janelle Casanabe from the Real World Key West. Janelle is stunning. She always looks amazing. She was runner-up on Challenge All-Star Season 2. She won the Inferno 3. Hey, we're talking about Inferno. She was a badass on that season. She might be more of a good guy now, especially compared to how messy everyone else is. But I'm happy to see Janelle back, and I hope that she's doing medically okay, because we know she had the back problems on All-Stars 2. Very happy to see Janelle. Ooh, back to messy. We got Jasmine Renoir from Real World Cancun. Newly single, newly divorced. Jasmine is, I mean, she's a firecracker. That's what she comes in. She goes in, I mean, when she drinks a little too much, it gets a little bit crazy. She's willing to get into the drama. We could, I mean, honestly, in comparison to Flora and Ayanna, Jasmine is pretty tame, but on her season, she was down to party. She was down to hook up. And, you know, as a competitor, she's not the best, but she's scrappy and she tries her best. Next up, oh baby, Laurel Stuckey from the Challenge Fresh Meat 2, one of the greatest competitors we've ever seen. Laurel, I mean, she went 9-0 in eliminations. She went to her first 4 finals in a row, won 6 daily challenges to start off her career. Like, Laurel is a force. She's physically just one of the best competitors ever, and she's messy as well. She gets into hookups almost every season. She, I mean, is willing to tell people how she feels, and when she gets angry, she will viciously tear people apart. I love Laurel. I adore her. I'm so glad to see her back on. And things are going to be messy because also on this season is her ex, Nicole Zenyatta from the Real World Skeletons. I don't really like Nicole personally. I think she's kind of annoying, but she did go to 2 finals in a row. She is a really strong physical competitor. And when it comes to just the daily challenges, she's going to be one of the biggest threats in the game. Also, Nicole can't solve a puzzle. She can't read, so it's going to be hard for her to win a final, but she's a good threat to go to the final, and she usually has good relationships with all the guys in the house. Her and Laurel in the same house is going to be interesting. I want to see them go toe-to-toe in elimination. I want to see them really just work shit out in the arena. Oh my god. I never understand what she's saying either, so yeah. Oh, baby. Another top competitor, Rachel Robinson, Road Rules Campus Crawl. The last time we saw her was Exes 1 competing alongside Anissa, which it's hard to win when you're competing alongside Anissa. Before that was the Duel 2, where she was an individual female champion, winning the most daily challenges and then dominating the final, finishing the final before the men, too. Rachel has her workout series currently. She's one of the favorites to win. She's one of the most fit women to ever compete on the challenge. God, we got Rachel, we got Nicole, and we got Laurel. Those are 3 really big physical threats, and that's not even talking about Ayana, who has a lot of natural athleticism and could probably beat some of these people in 1 or 2 events out of nowhere. Avery's really solid. This cast is really strong, even though we haven't gone that far. Janelle's good too. God, this cast is good. Oh, baby. We got Tina Barta back again from the Road Rules South Pacific. She did the last 2 All-Star seasons. Last season, she broke her hand, unfortunately. Tina, just one of the most dynamic, funny personalities we can have on the show. Awesome confessionals. Normally, I would talk about Tina as being maybe like a sneaky good competitor, but compared to this cast, no offense, Tina, you're closer to the bottom. I don't think you take offense to that because you're going to bring so much in terms of charisma and just being a personality. I love Tina on this show. I love Tina. And next up, we got Veronica Portillo, Queen V, Road Rule Semester at Seas, Challenge All-Star Season 3, where if she didn't get a broken toe, she probably goes to the final of that season. She was putting in a lot of work politically with the Treetop Alliance, Treehouse Alliance. They were a force, and she was killing all the mental daily challenges. Whenever it was a puzzle or anything where it involved strategy, Veronica was on point. Watching her get to be on a season with her OG Mean Girls, Rachel and Tina again, it is fantastic. She has so much drama going on with Ayana, dating back to their original Road Rule season. That's going to be iconic. There's just going to be so much going on. Physically, Veronica is probably one of the weaker competitors on this cast, but she's such a magnetic and big force in their realm that she might be Queen V at the end of the day. Fuck, this cast is good. We have Genesis Moss as an alternate, and I think that sucks. I think she should be on the main cast. Then again, I look at all the females on the main cast. They're also all iconic characters. Cyrus Yarborough, the true OG, on All-Stars 1, on All-Stars 3, has gotten in way better shape. Just a dope dude. I've met him in person. He's a very good guy. And that's our cast. Cyrus is Genesis as alternates. Veronica Portillo, Tina Barta, Rachel Robinson, Nicole Zenyatta, Laurel Stuckey, Jasmine Renoir, Janelle Casanave, Flora, last name I'm not going to say, Ayana Mackins, Avery Tressler, Tony Raines, Ryan Kehoe, Leroy Garrett, Kefla Hare, Eric Chavez, Brandon Nelson, Brad Fiorenza, Adam Larson, and Ace Amerson. We are going to have a great Challenge All-Stars 4 season. I really hope it is Inferno themed because I would love to see a big team season. But regardless, the women on this cast, oh my god, they're such energetic personalities. We are going to be getting a messy season and a great All-Stars 4. Stay tuned. Go to Venmo.com if you want more spoilers. And have a great day, everyone. Let's get hyped for this next season.